Yeah, I'm sorry, but I just need to pick up what you're saying then, George. Then, so you don't like Kulusevski then, because he does the same thing.
No, he doesn't.
He holds the ball.
What makes
He,
Kulusevski
he, he
and
holds the
Grealish
ball though,
killer?
but he holds the ball though. He holds the ball too long as well.
Again, but what makes them similar players? Kulusevski was our best creator last season. When you talk about,
Based
they're
on
the
what?
same.
He was not our best creator last year.
Based on what? Based on what I saw, based on what he done for us, based on the numbers. When you look at the chances created, up until Kulu getting injured, he was the highest creative play. He was the most created player, one of the most creative players in the league. Only Salah had created more chances than him. You do know that. Played more key passes than him.
For
Kulusevski was
like
that
2
player.
months,
Running
bro.
stats
For
were
like 2
mad.
months.
No, it wasn't
bro.
for 2 months. It was up until February, bro. You man can't tell me these things, and I know about Kulu. You remember
Okay,
I've been running
February.
this
There's still
stuff.
3-4 months of the season.
He got
So what's
injured
the
after
point?
that. What do you mean? He got injured. He got
So like
injured. He
half
didn't
the
play.
season.
What are you
Okay.
doing? He didn't play. He didn't play. So what are you doing here?
He's
So you're
doing all
gonna
this creating off the back of other. He's literally the only person who can do that. Though Madison was dropping to left back. Like, what are we doing?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
now
What are we doing,
I
bro?
just understand. So now you're
Madison's
telling
dropping.
me-
Madison's
Look at
dropping
it.
in
This
between the
is-
centre
why are
backs.
you
Oh my
He's
glazing
God.
dropping
not
in
even
between the
I
centre backs.
love
He's
this.
dropping to
Wait,
left back, and then Bergvall
Why
and
are you
Kulu
glazing
are
a
then
guy
the
that we've not even
beneficiaries.
However,
No,
Are
because
you
you're comparing
MDL?
him.
Are you
You're
MDL? We
comparing.
don't
Who are
compare
we
him to
comparing
that.
Kulu to when we're
that's
talking about
because you're
creating?
playing from the back. When you play out the back,
Comparing him to Grealish right now.
the 10/8 is supposed
I'm
to
saying
drop in between the centre
Kulu
backs.
is the beneficiary of being basically the sole creator. He's the beneficiary of that because the other creators had to drop and play a different role. So when you're saying he's the best creator in the team, he's only the best creator on paper because he's the beneficiary of the other players sacrificing.
No. We're not doing that because Kulu was
That's
the guy
what it
dropping
is.
deep, running, bro. Wait.
No,
on Kulu's best game last season. On Kulu's best game last season, who was the no? You're lying now because Kulu's best game last season. Who scored the goals? It was Madison. He was the beneficiary of Kulu creating, picking it up from behind our, hooking it up in our half, dragging the ball up, literally dragging it up.
Oh my gosh!
And Madison was the ones.
No, it was. No, if we're talking about Man City, don't lie. No, don't lie.
And it was like, oh yeah, Madison's the creator.
Kulu picked up the ball in the final third off a long ball from Dragashin. Let's not lie. Let's cut the cap.
I'm talking about all the game, the whole game, bro. This guy was the beneficiary of it. Him dropping deep and dragging the ball up, and Madison was finishing off the chances, bro. We're talking about him being
let's not lie. I was literally on an Ash Mac analysis after the Man City game. I watched Ash break it down in detail. Do not lie to me, bro. Madison was dropping to left back and help picking up and facilitating, bro. This is what he was doing, bro. We're not lying, bro. We're not lying, bro. We're not lying, bro. Let's lying.
I love
Elijah, bro.
Talking truth.
Madison is a
true.
central
Stop
midfielder
lying.
that drops into the mid. He, of course, a central midfielders. You do know where a central midfielder is based. They're in the middle of the pitch.
He's supposed to be the 10.
Of course, they're going to pick it up from the centre back.
He's supposed to be the 10. He's not supposed to be dropping back.
Not, because Kulu was the 10. That's the point. He played as an 8.
He didn't play on the 10. Oh, my God. When they both played, he didn't play as the 10. He played on the right when they both played.
No, there was times when they're both in the midfield, actually. There was a lot of times when they're both in the midfield.
What, for the first couple games of the season,
But when they were both in the midfield.
When it was, at the start of the season, when it was Bentancur, Madison, and Kulu. What happened after that, though?
We done that
for the majority of the
season.
So what happened to the majority of the season? No, I'm not talking about the season. I'm talking about the whole season.
With that half the time, Kulu and Madison didn't play together. Kulu and Madison didn't play together. We either had one or the other. That's what happened the majority of the season. Exactly. And when we had Kulu, we looked far better than when we had just Madders.
Based on what?
Based on what I saw in my eyes.
Don't raise your voice. Don't raise your voice because you capping.
Based on what I saw in my
eyes.
Logically.
Speak logically. No, but your eyes are fraudulent though. So based on what that's actually on the pitch.
The numbers
based on what's on the pitch. Based on what on the pitch.
Kulusevski led with chances created with key passes.
The only thing Kulu has that's more than Madison is syllables in his name, bro. That's it. He only has more syllables than Madison. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. He just has more syllables and his name is a bit more spicy, bro. That's all it is, bro.
I care about
creating
actions.
All it is, bro.
I care about creating chances. I care about key passes. I don't care about.
I just want to say,
all these assists that Madison got and stuff. All this GA.
I never brought up GA once.
Hold on. Let's wheel it back a little bit. You know what I mean, guys? That's better. You know what I'm saying? Bro. I just want to say,
Tell him to get out Madison arse. Been glazing him for 6
Bro,
months.
save your
bro.
man's, Jay.
You ain't
Jay,
paying
save
your
your man's,
check.
bro.
You ain't
The
paying
thing
your
is,
check.
Save your
bro,
man's, Jay.
Get out
You're not
Madison's
gonna-
batty
Alright,
cheeks.
You might, Jay, you might
George,
need to bring back cave conversations because you've been lacking ever since you stopped that show. innit? You might wanna bring that back.
Elijah. What we've done is we've rattled Jords here, little Jords here, haven't we? We rattled him a little bit, haven't we?
He needs to get back to the cave, bro. Hey, Mr. Box Office, Alex, he has to get back to the cave, bro. He ain't been the
just
same,
hasn't
fam.
got out Madison's batty cheeks. That's all it is.
He ain't been the same, bro. He ain't been the same, bro. He has, you know what it is, Alex? Jords has an IKEA card sitting on his desk right now. That's all it is, bro.
Madison's the one that's not.
He has an IKEA 20% off staff discount IKEA discount card on his desk, bro. That's why he loves Kulu and Bergval so much, bro. He has a gifted. It's actually gold for his fucking durag. He has an IKEA card sitting on his desk right now.
Like, guys, I love Kulu. You know what I'm saying? Kulu's a baller. But my point is, yeah, I think we're being really unfair towards Kulusevski, and I think we're holding Madison a little bit too highly. Let's not forget, yeah, that there's been numerous times where we've called for Madison to get brought off the pitch because he's done nothing but slow the game down. Now, yes, we're not denying that Madison is a top quality player, but one thing we all can say about Kulusevski, yeah, is there's numerous times where he's dug us out of a hole. How many times can you say with your whole and be completely honest? And this is how we do this comparison. We're not going to do this, oh, he has more take-on stats and all of this and that. I don't care about what the charts say. How many times can you sit there and say, Madders dug us out of the game and won us a game? And then how many
James
times can you
Madison,
say Kulusevski dug us out of the game and won us a game, bro? Because I'm not going to lie.
Okay,
I think last season, it's you can't compare. Kulusevski had a much better season than Madison, and they were both out for a fairly similar amount of time.
Okay, I'll answer that. First of all, Madison was more fit than Kulusevski, so that's wrong. Second of all, Madison, the thing is about Madison, which is why I wanted both of them to play together, is because they both create in vastly different ways. So the way that Kulu creates is by picking up the ball and driving it. Madison's more of a passer. So the way they create is substantially different. So if you look at take-ons and carries, that's Kulu's way of creating. So it's very different. When you talk about Kulu digging us out of a hole, as much as Kulu at times dug us out of a hole, sure, I'm not denying that. He was also a detriment to the team just as much, especially after he came back from injury. He was there are times where he was really good, by far the best player. And there's times where he's just a detriment to the team. When it comes to Madison, his performance raises and drops with the level of the team that he's playing with, which is why it was annoying for me for when Madison was having a stinker. Because Madison had stinkers. There's no doubt about it.
Yes,
he definitely had stinkers.
We didn't play well.
We didn't. That's what I'm saying. But James Madison, and this is the problem in it, because people want to compare Madison to Harry Kane, bruv. And I say this because people compare him to his playmaking skills to Harry Kane, the fact that he's wearing number 10, which is what Kane wore. Everyone's comparing, because Madison's the marquee guy, he's the maverick, he's supposed to be like this and that. And I think that's unfair because Kane is literally a one-of-one player, especially for someone at Spurs, fam. When it comes to Madison, he's not that level, fam. Like he's a maverick, sure, but he's not world class. He's just a good playmaker. He's a good player. He's not someone who's going to elevate the team like that, which is why I want them both to play together. Kulusevski isn't that either, and we know that because as when Kulusevski's on fire, he's cold. But that's when he's on fire. When he's just average Kulusevski, he's just as much as a detriment to the team. That is the problem.
Kulusevski works so hard.
I need to come in and say, you said something that was completely wrong there. You spoke about how when he come back from injury, he was a detriment. He only played 90 minutes once when he come back from injury. Once. So all those other games, he played like 30, 40 minutes.
When I say, I was wrong. When I meant that when he started getting fatigued, I was wrong about that. You're right, I was wrong. When he ended up getting fatigued, because remember, Kulu was our most consistent player with Porro up until about February, and then he went down in it.
They played the most minutes.
So Kulu and Porro, I think it was mainly Kulu who was our consistent player, and then he went out injured. So yeah, I was wrong. I didn't mean the injury. I was wrong. That's my bad. From like November-ish is when he just started dipping, because in December he was horrible. January he was horrible. And then he ended up going out injured. And we kept saying, Kulu needs a rest because his performances have dipped. We kept saying this throughout the season.
But
the last couple months before he went out.
I just want to, because you said that they should play together. I can tell you why that won't work, because that means like we already know our midfield. Although we've got Paulinho now and whatnot, and that's good, right? I don't think, for the sake of we'll be so open and pause. And the problem with Maddison is he doesn't have the work rate that Kulusevski has. Do you know what I'm saying? And like you said, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting Kulusevski so one-sided, like, and I noticed this a lot when he played centrally. He's so inclined to take the ball onto his left foot. He's too one-dimensional to play through the middle. You have to play him out wide. And playing him next to Maddison, I just think they'll get in each other's way personally. Now, playing them in the same team, I'd agree, because if you put him out on the right instead of Johnson, then you're giving him something to run onto. He can do what he does. He can take the players on. We've seen him at the touchline numerous times. How many times have we seen him skip down the touchline? And you know what I'm saying? But playing them centrally together, I don't think would work. I just think that would.
I wouldn't say
would expose.
No.
I think we'd
Our
have
best
to be
performance.
Really
Our best performance was City. Our best performance was City away when Kulu was on the right. Now, obviously, we have Kudus. Now we have Kudus. What was our best performance then?
I'd argue our best performance was against Brentford.
You're smoking crack. Okay, so you're smoking crack.
No, that's a good point. It's actually a good point. I was going to say,